Hi, I'm Fraser Douglas, and I've been an avid tent camper now for almost 55 years. And this is my wife Ava that has joined me on over 50 camping trips over the past 11 years and has taken many of the photos seen in this video and in previous videos. In this video, Ava and I are going to show you our campsite setup at the Greenbrier Campground near Gatlinburg in the Smoky Mountains. Hope you enjoy it. We're at the Greenbrier Campground just outside of Gatlinburg in the Smoky Mountains, and we'll be here for 6 nights. We've camped here a couple of times before and believe it is the best place to camp near Gatlinburg. We selected campsite number 100 because it's right in the center of campground activities. It's large enough so that we can set up our tent and our kitchen shelter. It has parking very close to the campsite, and it's shady. The only negatives are that the fire ring is a little too close to the tent pad, and the adjacent campsite is a little too close for comfort. And number 3, we don't have 2 trees for hanging a hammock. We'll set our tent up on the tent pad facing the car, and we'll set up our kitchen shelter on a high spot where Ava is standing facing the tent. Here is the campsite after we set up. And it's a good thing we set up the tent and the kitchen shelter on high ground, because 3 days after we set up, Tropical Storm Fred came through and dumped 4 inches of rain. We had a small lake in the middle of our campsite, but our kitchen canopy and our tent were dry. The back of our tent was facing to the east, so we got plenty of sun early in the mornings. We used 2 15-foot extension cords to get power into the tent and covered the plug with a 12-inch piece of bicycle inner tube that was taped on both sides. To keep the tent from blowing away in gusty winds, we guy down each side the 2 side corner guide lines pulled down to 1 stake. This photo shows our campsite from the other side. Our tent is a Eureka Copper Canyon. We bought the LX8, an 8-person tent, because we wanted the extra space, but most families would be comfortable in the 6-person size. We've owned 2 previous Eureka tents and really like them because they were cooler than other tents in hot weather, and we live in the southeastern United States. They're lower priced than comparable quality tents. They're larger than comparable tents. 6-person has 100 square feet, and our LX8 has 130 square feet of floor space. And they have great customer service and great warranty service. We like this particular tent because it's very large and very spacious. It has an awning that gives you a dry entryway into the front door, and it has 6 very large windows that can be opened up to cool you off in hot weather or closed up to help keep in the heat in cool weather. Let me show you the windows from the inside. This is the window on one end. This is the window on the back door. This is the window that's directly above our bed. And this is the other side window. Some people have complained that the window now closes with little toggles rather than zippers. But personally, I prefer the toggles because it's easy to close the windows when you have to close them in a hurry, and you don't have to worry about zippers getting stuck. The only limitation I can think of for this tent is that it would be a little difficult for 1 person to set up by themselves. So let me show you how we've set up the inside of the tent. We're going to go in the front door, and directly in front of us is our bed. It's a king-size bed, and we've made this bed by putting 3 yoga mats down as our base and 3 self-inflating mattresses on top. Two of those self-inflating mattresses are REI camp beds, but the one on the right is my bed with big pillows, and it's a Cuomo top, 4-inch thick mattress, very comfortable. We use a king-size microfiber fitted sheet to hold all of these mattresses together. Stepping inside, right next to my side of the bed is my blanket and my hoodie and my sweatpants that I put on in the night if it gets cool. And then over in that corner are my clothes and personal things. You'll see we've got a little milk crate with a bunch of electronic stuff in it and extra stuff, and a fan on hot days. We've got an extension cord that we can run out to the kitchen shelter if we want to have a fan out there. And that bucket is our toilet in the middle of the night. Before going to bed, we'll put a little water in there and a half a scoop of Happy Camper to reduce the odor. Now up near the door here, we've got our shoes and there's a water bottle. Hopefully that's full, and I'll be using that to take my medicine tonight. Now on the other side, in the front corner, Ava has her clothes. The windows are all closed now because we left for the day and had a rainstorm, and so we wanted to be sure that nothing got wet inside, and it didn't. Now hanging from the ceiling, we've got 2 dome lights. There's one there, and here's one right here where I'm standing. And these lights give us plenty of light after dark. Now let me tell you about our kitchen shelter. It's a Eureka No Bug Zone 3-in-1. And we have added the 4 side walls for keeping the rain and the cold out. The floor measures 12 feet wide by 9 feet deep, but it has sloped sidewalls that reduce interior working space. We set the shelter up with the sidewalls attached to each wall and leave them there so that we can quickly close the shelter up if it should start raining. On warm days, we drop the sidewalls halfway down and we open up the doors. In order to roll the doors up along with their sidewalls, I had to make the loops a little bit longer. And we always guy out all 4 corners to prevent wind damage. It's called 3-in-1 because you can set it up simply as a screen room, or you can set it up as a screen room with a waterproof roof, or you can lift all of the sidewalls and just have a sun canopy. So let me show you how we've got it set up today. Over on this wall, we've got 2 milk crates with top shelves. The right milk crate, you'll see we've got our plates and our cutting boards down below. Our glasses and our cups are above. We've got our cooking utensils and eating utensils in the middle, and that little cup there has our bacon grease. And then this milk crate has our cast iron Dutch oven down at the bottom, our frying pan and our pots up at the top. Now over here in this corner, we have a folding adjustable height work platform. This brand is a Werner, but several companies make similar platforms. I like it because it fits in here very well in that corner. It's narrow, but yet it's big enough for our camp stove, so when we want to cook inside the canopy, we can cook on the camp stove right there. You'll see there's a bucket of water down here, which we use just for rinsing things and for fire if necessary. And there's our trash bag in that Kroger bag. And in that white soft side cooler is our extra propane canisters. Now we've got this door open, the small door, center door. And outside you'll see we've got another table. This is a Camp Chef Dutch oven table with our stove on it. In hot weather like today, we'll cook outside. In cool weather, we'll move that table inside in this corner along that back wall. And on this side we have another folding 4-foot table, which we use as our dining table. This morning it was very hot, so we moved it out the back door and ate our meal on the grass in the shade right there. But now we've got it inside up against this wall, and we've got some drinking water there. We've got a thermocell to keep the mosquitoes away, and we've got an extra lantern. Now, up high we've got a lantern, dome light, and along this wall, it's hard to see, we have some string lights. I'll take a picture tonight to show you. These are LED string lights, and the battery for them is in that orange bag hanging in the corner. Here's our kitchen shelter at dusk, and again later in the evening. We like this shelter because it's lightweight, it packs into a small space. The rectangular floor allows you to easily set it up in small campsites, and it is completely waterproof when you have the sidewalls up. I just wish that the frame was a little sturdier, especially when you only have the screen tent up, and that the doorways were a little higher. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this little video showing our campsite setup, and I hope it gives you a few ideas that might help you set up your campsite more comfortably in the future. For more information about family tent camping procedures, please visit my website, moderntentcamping.com. Also, visit my Facebook page and read my book, Basic Tent Camping.
Thanks for watching.